Hey, 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 beautiful people. It's another day. Getting myself together before I start this walk. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Let me see. Okay. Just trying to make sure my mic's sitting right. Okay. I always got to do that first. Make sure you guys can hear me okay. So today is day 12 of me walking. If you've been with me, you already know my goal is to walk for the whole month of April. Well, Monday through Friday. I walk. The minimum is an hour. I kind of want to walk a little faster today because I feel like if you're going to do it, might as well do it right. So my goal is to walk a little faster today. Normally, I'm still going to start off slower to warm up at 2.5, and then we'll get faster. I got a couple of great things we can talk about today while I walk. Let me go ahead and get this going. Get my watch started. I'm going to start at 2.5. Just get the blood flow going. And then we're going to get faster throughout. So happy Tuesday. It's a beautiful day here once again. Looks like there's a little bit of clouds out today, but the sun is still out as well. The goal, I want to go for 4 miles today. So we'll see how long that will take. I did pretty good yesterday with my steps. So today we're getting it in. So a couple things I want to hit on today. Feel free to chime in with some things if you want to talk about anything in particular. But did you all watch the WNBA draft yesterday? Support women's sports. So I definitely watched. I was kind of excited not kind of, but I was excited to see who was going to the Aces. So my teams are, and I have a few. So Aces, my number one team. My new team is Sparks. LA Sparks is a new team. You did not. It's okay. I'll update you on what happened since you didn't watch it. It's okay. But my new team that I think I might have to go to a couple of games, LA Sparks and Dallas Wing. Hey, hey, beautiful people. Hey, MH. Thank you. I appreciate it. And the funny thing is, I just threw this on today. I told y'all my goal is to stop caring about what I look like and just get on. Because the more time I spend trying to figure out what I'm going to wear, like this don't really match. I don't care. What is the WNBA? Yes, basketball. Sparks ain't looking too good these days. I know. Sparks were not looking too good. But they got a couple of rookies now. So I don't know. They may. So right now my teams are the Aces. I love me some Jackie Young for Aces. Then Dallas Wing, I don't know. Dallas got the number 1 pick yesterday. They got Paige from UConn. So Dallas might be the team. They weren't that good last year, but hey, it's a new year. So I'm gonna have to go to a couple of games in Dallas. Yeah, I'm gonna support a lot of these teams. I try to support Dream. But really, Sparks, Dallas, and Aces. Those are my teams. You can order because your nose is bigger than theirs. If someone says, y'all, I am black. Okay. So when it comes to having a big nose, I embrace it. I got a big forehead. It's okay. Y'all, if you ain't been with me long enough, you're going to know I do not care what anybody says. So anyway, so I definitely plan on, I think the games I would try to catch are when the teams come here to play against Dream. I think those would be the best games to catch and probably the cheaper games. Oh, I almost forgot about my Chicago team. I am an Angel Reese fan, so I'm definitely going to, the only women's league. What league is that? What's NWSL? Explain more about what that is, because I don't know. Hey from El Salvador. Hey, hey, how are you doing? But, you know, LSU has always been my college team. It goes LSU, then South Carolina. So that's from, okay, soccer. I've never been into soccer. I've been to a game here. I watched the men play, and I did think it was exciting to watch live. And I think it's more so because of the fans and how they are. Hey, hey. But I think as far as watching soccer on TV, I don't know. So I'm about to increase my speed. I think I warmed up enough at 2.5. So now we're at 3.3. I'm trying to walk 4 miles today in a shorter amount of time than normal. So, but no, I enjoyed it. Normally I don't watch drafts. In the past, I think I really didn't understand them. But I took the time to actually listen, learn about the teams a little more. Watching soccer, 70% fans, 25% refs, 5% players. I will agree. I will agree. The one soccer game that I did go to, professional soccer game I went to, the fans definitely made the game. I think that's the only reason. And I'm just a sports girl. I can watch anything. And I will try to learn the rules. If I don't, I'll try to learn. But for the most part, I know football. I know basketball. Track and field, I know for sure. Hey, Claire. Hey, hey. So I'm just a sports girl. So I can go to any game and I will have a good time. Child, wasn't you just on 20 verse 1? No. That is not for me, okay? Thank you for subscribing, Maria. I appreciate it. You got to track me today. On a Tuesday? Or do you have track practice? But I definitely enjoyed watching. I was looking for Anissa Morrow from LSU. She went to Connecticut. Dang, Connecticut is one of my teams too. Well, they were. Last year I really liked Connecticut, but they end up trading all their starting five. So no. Elliot, what are you talking about? Oh, okay. Hey, free everybody. I'm with you. Hey Maria, I'm good. It's Tuesday. It's a beautiful day. How are you doing? Oh, you got it's actual meet today. Okay. Well, good luck with that. Liv, hey Liv, how are you? From the river to the seas. Elliot, you manifest that. Hey, hey, hey. So I love all the WNBA teams. I will support. I will go watch any team. But I was just really happy to see a lot of the girls from college that I watched get picked up. Most of them that I enjoyed watching did get picked up in the first round. It's a small school meet. Oh, okay. Hey, Pow Pow. See, I always smile when you jump in here, Pow Pow. And Sam, you know, it's okay if you think that. But yeah, you're an amazing person. I hope everything in life you put your mind to see that you're a winner and it will be, I promise God loves you. Thank you so much. I don't know if it's Cassie or Casey, but however, whichever way you say it, I appreciate you. God loves you too. I'm definitely a God-fearing person, so I appreciate that. Pow pow. Good. Well, I can't really see you, but good to talk to you. What's your name? My name is LJ. That's what everybody calls me, LJ. Hold on, I can't remember which one I said it. Was it Cassie? Did I say Cassie or Casey? Okay. Is it Casey? Say yes or no to that. That way I know which one it is. Oh, Papa, I wasn't talking about you. Okay, thank you. So yeah, I was just talking to y'all about the WNBA draft. I kind of just want to talk about that before we got into fitness stuff. I just want to get your name right because I hate when people mess up mine. That's why I go by LJ because people can't mess that up. Tanaya Rivers from NC State got picked up. That was another person I was looking forward to getting picked up. Isaiah James, y'all, it was good. So if you missed the WNBA draft, go check it out. Oh, really? Oh, wait. I hope we're talking good. Papa, I always talk good about you. You come in here with good energy. Anybody who comes into my life with good energy, I appreciate you. We just trying to work out. I'm trying to stay consistent. My goal for April is to walk every day, Monday through Friday. My time is 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time that I get on here. Be nice to me if I'm a few minutes late. I normally no more than about 5-6 minutes late, but for the most part, I try to get on here on time. Maria, I try to, and the funny thing is, I'm actually really not confident. Well, no, I am confident. I'm shy. I can be shy. I don't like getting in front of the camera. That's what I meant to say. I'm very confident in myself, but I just don't like getting in front of the camera. So this was part of my challenge for April, was to do something that gets me out of my comfort level. So that was going live. So that's why this is day 12. This is day 12 of me going live. Yes. Pow pow. Every time you get on, it's definitely good. I'm glad you know that you choose to support me, and it's great every time. You keep the conversation going. Hey from London. Hey G man. I went to London. When did I go to London? I went to London to watch. So I'm a Jacksonville Jaguar fan. I know. Don't do too much on my NFL team. It just lets you know how loyal of a person I am. Because my team does not do well. But I went there. They played in London. So I went there to watch them play. It was a very overcast. Did a lot of walking. So I did enjoy that. You know, I did all the tourist stuff. So hey, what track event you like? So I love the 400 and long jump. That's what I ran in college. Those are my favorite two. And of course the relays. But if, on TV, I love to watch the 1, the 2, the 4, and the relays. And as far as field events, long jump. Yeah, give me a thumbs up. Y'all make sure y'all like my live. Show me love. Girl, thank you. Y'all know how to get me. Compliments take you a long way. I love a good compliment. Nice. London is good. It's great if the weather is good. Makes it much. Yes, I will say that. I will say because it wasn't overcast, it did make it pretty good for game day as far as it not being super hot. But on days that we were walking around, I wish the sun was out a little more. But overall, I did enjoy myself. I wouldn't mind going back, but it's going to be some time before I go back to London. There's a lot of other places I want to visit first. So you just left out what I do. Okay. What do you do? What track events do you do? How long have you been walking? I think you're saying walking. I'm trying to wait for my walking pad to go back to time. Let's get there. So I've been walking going on 14 minutes. I'm trying to go for, well, not try, because I'm going to do it. But I'm going for a minimum of an hour. I subscribed and like. Thank you so much. Y'all already know what to do. Please like, subscribe, watch some other videos. It keeps me encouraged and motivated. Where are you from? I'm a Florida girl. So Florida. The 16 and 32. Oh, you're a distance runner. That's anything over the 400 is distance. Yeah, no. No, I'm okay. Good for you. Good for you. You love my piercings? I don't really have that many that are cool. I have more in my ear, but I don't ever wear earrings. I think I got like 3 more holes over here. I got a piercing here, here. I think I got 2 more here. The nose ring. Okay, I'm trying to keep up with the chat. I'm behind. Okay, did you have? I did prepare new juices. So pow, that juice is gonna last me all week. So y'all juice with me on Sunday. I juiced this past Sunday, and pow named the juice Homer Simpson because it was like a golden yellow. So I did juice this past Sunday, and I just drink the juice throughout the week, pow. So I still got plenty left. Oh, you okay? I love Florida. Yes, I love Florida too. I love it. I love it. I love the weather. How many workouts have you done, girl? Well, this is my first workout for the day. I may, well, the weather's a little overcast slash, right now it's starting to look like it's going to be an overcast type day, which actually is a good, time to walk outside. So I may walk a little later. So I'll be my workout number 2. This didn't suck, but I somehow do it. Power to you. The most distance I do is when I'm warming up and I run 2 laps around the track to warm up. That's about the distance you're going to get from me. So power to you. You are taking a stroll on the Ocean Drive. That's how I'm gonna think about it. Yep. And now I'm back in Canada. Oh, how'd you like Palm Springs, California? I definitely love California. I thought about moving there at one point because it does remind me of Florida as far as the weather. And I thought on the fitness side that would be a good place for me to take my business. I was there for like 6 to 8 weeks training some people. So I thought it would be a good move or be bi-coastal. But I'm an East Coast girl, so I'll just go there to visit from time to time. Can you say hi, Mia? Hi, Mia. Hey. Oh, hello. How are you doing? I'm sorry, I skipped over yours. Is it Abu? I'm doing good. Enjoying my walk. My watch say I'm not moving fast enough. It tried to ask me if I want to end my workout. Okay, so that means I got to speed up a little bit. Okay, we're going to move it to 3.5 miles per hour. You always say I look like Rihanna, and I promise you, the only thing I got in common with Rihanna is this big behind forehead, but beautiful forehead. Maria, okay, so let me be honest. No, I did not eat breakfast. Everybody gasped. Womp, womp, womp. So no, this morning I did not do breakfast. I woke up. I did my devotional. I did some Bible reading. I immediately started looking at some work stuff. Kind of got distracted. And then, but normally I do eat breakfast. So this is just a one-off. But not today, Maria. Did you eat breakfast? And if you did, what did you eat today? Thank you. You're welcome. It was good and hot. I was able to make money off of cleaning golf carts. Okay. I say make money in whatever way you can, legally. So yeah, if that's how you did it, good for you. I never hate on nobody hustle. Thank you, Pow Pow. You're so funny. Yes, I am live. Live in action. Okay, you had some eggs. That's a pretty good protein. Pancakes. Okay. I had gluten-free pancakes one time. They weren't as bad as you would think. I don't know if they're gonna be my go-to, but gluten-free pancakes aren't that bad. Slay. LJ, you're welcome, but that's true. Y'all are so funny. So my goal on here is I'm supposed to talk about. I said I would talk about health and wellness, fitness, all of that. So my goal is always to throw stuff out there to kind of give some type of tips. So yesterday, I've had pancakes without eggs. Oh yeah, you can always eat pancakes solo. That could be a solo meal right there. I mean, you still need protein, but those definitely fill you up. It tastes like pure sugar. It depends on who made them and where you got them from. But I did want to touch on some health and fitness today, and I'll jump in and talk to the chat. But yesterday when I was live, someone mentioned using ankle weights when they work out, and I think a lot of people like using ankle weights. So there are some pros and there are some cons to using ankle weights. You need a little more than that, Pow for breakfast. But the pros to using ankle weights when you work out is it does increase your resistance. So it's very good for that. You increase your calorie burn because of that resistance. So it's making your body work a little more. So that's a good thing. You activate your muscles because you're recruiting your muscle groups when you got those ankle weights on. And then it's also a good way to rehab, depending on what type of movements you're doing. But I knew when the person talked about the ankle weights, I was like, there's a reason. I just couldn't think of it. But at one point, they're always coming out with information. At one point, it can be something good, and later on, you find out it's not good for you. So they did come out at one point, some while back, and mention that the bad thing about ankle weights is that it can cause stress on your joints. So you got to think, if I have, my ankle weights on, that's going to pull at my knees. So the way our bodies work is a lot of times if you have an issue with your ankle, look at Juju, right? Basketball, Juju, they talked about her, right? She had an ankle injury before she even went into that basketball game. She played in the game, and then she ended up tearing her ACL, her knee, messing up her knee. The cause for that is normally when you injure something below, so like your knee affects your hip, your ankle affects your knee. So because her ankle was already messed up, it caused her to have injuries with her knee. So same thing with ankle weights. It can mess with the joints. You're in bed. I'm in India. It's 9 p.m. Do you scuba dive? If you're talking to me about scuba diving, no. I do want to try it. Yes, I can swim. Before people ask that question, yes, I can swim. Oh, it's 5:33 where you are, Pow Pow. You are amazing. Thank you. Hi, beautiful lady. Thank you, Robert. LJ, why do you have that black thing around your waist? So the only reason why I wear this around my waist, most people wear it as a waist trainer. I don't wear it for that reason. I wear it for one because my back was giving me problems, so I sometimes use it as a back brace, even though that's not what it's supposed to be used for. But it keeps my posture upright when I do have it on. So that's really the only reason why I have it on. I was having problems with the left side. My hip was giving me problems. So I like to wear this. It keeps my posture upright. That's the only reason why. But yeah, so if you've ever thought about using ankle weights, be mindful of the stress it can cause on your joints. Make sure it's not breaking down your form because you have that weight. So make sure you're able to do each exercise or whatever you're trying to do properly. And then also the overuse of injury. So yeah, someone on live mentioned that yesterday about ankle weights. So I just want to jump back in on that to get the pros and cons of using them and just telling you to be careful. So you got to make sure you avoid jumping, like plyometric, stuff like that. Because yeah. But yeah. Okay, it's like a support for your back. Gotcha. Yeah, for me it is. Like I said, most people use this thinking it's going to snatch their waist. No. I'm using mine for other reasons. And also it does, as your heart rate starts to get elevated and your body temperature starts to increase, it does bring heat to my core a little more. So I like that too. What's that under your computer? So it helps the computer from overheating. I actually don't even have it plugged in right now. But normally it's like a little fan. So this thing has fans in it and it blows up to keep my computer from overheating. It's something cheap I bought. Because a lot of times you don't want to lay your computer on something like if you're working in bed or stuff like that. You want to make sure it got some air to breathe. Yeah, I like it. Definitely get you one. Papa, how old did, if you don't mind me asking, how old are you? Because when you're getting old. How old are you, Papa? So I'm going to increase the speed to 3.8. It's the fastest that I can go. I'm at 26 minutes right now. 1.41. I feel like I'm walking a little slow today. Okay. Come join my age group, Pow Pow. I'm 37 already, so welcome. You're about to be there. What's your most random but funniest moment ever? Interesting question. Random. Okay, I don't know how funny this really is. I don't know. I mean, I failed one time and it was very embarrassing. But I don't really know how to deliver that what happened for it to be funny necessarily. I just know I just got, just finished working out. My legs were heavy, like tired. And I tried stepping over it's like a rope gate, I guess you can call it. I tried stepping over it, just didn't make it. My foot caught the rope and I fell. And I was walking with my friend, and there were some people sitting around. So it was just embarrassing, but I mean, I laughed about it later. Well, I will be 37 November, so I'm still 36. Okay. Yeah, and I'll be getting ready to turn 38. My birthday is right behind you, December, and I'll be 38. So we'll be 37 together for a few days. Thank you, Wolfman. If you have a page, I'll make sure anybody who likes and subscribe, what I try to do is go back and look at who liked and subscribe and see if you have a channel. And if you do, I'll like, subscribe a few things as well. Maria, what sport do you do or you don't do a sport? I ran track and field in college. I now coach track and field. Yeah, so the most part, I don't really do sports anymore just because I'm kind of out of that, I guess, area now as far as now I just coach. I coach summer track and field for youth. Do I hate a sport? If yes, which one? I don't hate any sport because I see value in all of it. I feel like as long as you're active and you're moving and something that you're passionate about. So I like all sports, but if I had to pick one, like had to pick one. Maybe wrestling. Don't beat me up. uh Pork Chop Black. Interesting name, but good afternoon. Thank you, Pow Pow. Don't slip and hit the camera. That camera is really not as close as you think it is. And trust me, if I was to fall, I would go back into this wall. The way this walking pad is moving me, I would go backwards. Sometimes I can hear my bones making noise. Cause of my right. Sometimes when I'm doing my strength training workouts, I can hear my elbows cracking. Especially when I work out and I don't have any music playing. I'm trying to keep my body feeling young, even though the older I get. That's another reason why I recommend walking. Hey, Alex. That's why I recommend walking. It's a good way to stay active. It's low intensity. And when I get done, I definitely feel productive. I definitely feel good. Yeah, my knees make noise. I've been blessed, and I'm not going to talk too much on it because I don't want to talk it up. But for the most part, outside of my military injuries, I've done very well with keeping myself healthy as far as physically. So that was, I mentioned this yesterday, itchy skin. Have any of you ever like started your fitness journey and you went for a run or a really good walk and your skin starts to get really itchy, like your legs? You're like, oh, they feel so itchy. Or you get like a tingling feeling in your legs. I've been doing the same thing for 6 months. Don't your knees hurt? Have you been walking for 6 months? Is that what you're saying? And your knees hurt? Because no, my knees don't hurt. I want to be a teenager again. I don't think I want to be a teenager again. I think I like where I'm at, actually. Why you want to be a teenager again, Pow Pow? Are there some things you want to redo in life? I don't do a sport right now, Maria. I just coach track and field. So I'm not actively doing a sport. Yeah. What? Jake, are you just talking? But girl, every time. So if you ever get itchy skin, like when you first, like your legs start to itch, you get tingly feeling when you first start working out, don't be alarmed. It's from your capillaries and arteries just opening up. Because you know, when you start walking, your blood flow increases. And that's really what it is. So just the blood flow in your legs. The more you work out, your body will adapt and you'll stop experiencing it. Or you could just need some lotion, okay? Let me call it the simple reason. You could just be dry. So I use fish instead of the F word. I like that. But I remember one time I went for I like to do trail, like I like to go on trails and walk. I like being in nature. Um, so I was walking on the trail one time, and I couldn't even enjoy my run because my legs were so itchy, and I hadn't ran in a while. But you know, once an athlete, always an athlete. You feel like you just jump back in, and man, my legs were itchy. But now I don't have that problem anymore. My body has adapted. My body was just saying, go sit on the couch and watch TV. You were full of energy. I was able to do workouts in the morning, afternoon, and evening too. Yeah, I mean, you can still work out a lot. You just got to maybe change the type of activities you're doing. But I definitely think you can still work out. You know, I feel like even though I'm 37, I still feel like I'm pretty active. I may not do all the crazy exercises that I used to do, but I'm still able to, move around. Your body is my ideal body. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. You can definitely reach it. What I do is I put soap and scratch my legs like crazy. Well, yeah, because it's inside, right? So, I mean, unless you got dry skin, that's what's causing the itchiness. It's just your capillaries and arteries expanding from the blood flow, which causes the itch. Oh yeah, I forgot you were a boxer, Pow Pow. I think boxing is one thing. I think I told you I would definitely love to get into boxing. That really engages the core, arm development. You really got to be in shape and condition for that. So boxing is definitely something I said I want to start. I want to get into. I want to buy a bag, a punching bag. What's your most crazy story at the gym? I want to think about that. I don't really feel like I have any crazy stories at the gym. I used to go to like the little ninja park, like the ninja gyms. So I got a couple of stories from that, but I've never like put too much weight on that I couldn't lift or it fell. I guess I'm a boring gym goer. What's your diet? Can I know it? Yeah, I don't mind sharing. I don't gatekeep. Honestly, huh? It's not like I don't really have a diet per se, meaning like diet is just whatever you eat in general. But when people use the word diet, they normally mean what are you restricting yourself on? But for the most part, eggs, spinach, turkey bacon for breakfast. And sometimes I'll do hash browns for a little more, so for some carbs to feel full. I do bulk meals for lunch, something quick and easy. So when I say bulk meal, I mean like spaghetti, something like that. I think a couple of weeks ago I talked about how I just did rice. I did jasmine rice with turkey, ground turkey meat, peppers and onions, and I just mix that all together. So I do meals like that for lunch, and then at night I'll do either potato, rice, vegetable, and then fish. So my go-to are tilapia, even though a lot of people talk about bad about tilapia, and then I'll do salmon. Salmon is a good fatty fish. I'm really a boring eater, and maybe a lot of people like to have variety in their meals. I'm not like that. So what I just explained is pretty much how I eat week after week. I may change one or two things in there to get something different for my taste buds, but Girl, you are so confident and brave around the camera. Thank you, Maria. Because I'm telling you, my friend, he told me I should start going live. And he told me this months ago. And I was just like, I don't know. People could be so mean. I don't want to get on camera. I'm trying to be a better person. I don't want someone to say something slick. And I got to come back. So this is definitely a challenge for me being on camera. My personality, I'm actually an introvert when I want to be. Like I don't socialize a lot. I don't go places. That's why when people try to get on here and say they saw me somewhere, I'm like, no, you didn't. I don't go many places. This whole camera thing is new for me. A lot of my videos I do, behind the scenes. Like I'll edit later. So going live is a different beast. But people like you give me the courage to keep doing it because you're so positive and so kind. So thank you. This is day 12. Going live. Yes, it was great moments of my life. I love boxing. Do you have any? I'm gonna go to your channel, Pow Pow. But do you have any boxing videos of you by chance? What kind of grains you suggest for breakfast? Well, it depends. Everybody is different. Whole grain. The thing is, with me having endometriosis, I have to watch a lot of what I eat. I used to be good with eating grits. I felt like grits were a good way to stay on your body. But because of the wheat that's in, that's what makes grits, should I say? I can't do my grits no more. But you really got to see what works for your body. I can't really say what I necessarily recommend. You kind of got to see what works for you. Because there's a lot of things that don't work for me anymore. Is popcorn healthy? Popcorn, more so you want to do air popcorn. And you want to try to stay away from much salt and butter. But I mean, that's what makes the popcorn good. But yes, popcorn can be healthy. I don't know why a lot of people are against rice, pasta, bread, and so on. I think we need protein, vitamin, carbs too. Yes, I agree with you, Pow Pow. I would never be against pasta. I would never tell anybody to remove that from their eating regimen. I do eat gluten-free pasta. I know, but it's because of my medical stuff. But the gluten-free actually isn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. But I do gluten-free pasta. But I'm here for it. Pasta is good for you. It's a filler as well. I think a lot of people have to understand it's all about portion control. I tell all my clients, girl, eat what you want to. Just control it. You should start delivering motivational speeches. Well, I would definitely have to work on the way I speak, the way I talk, because I can talk very fast, especially if I'm nervous. And I already talk fast in general. But at one point, I did want to be a motivational speaker, but I think my nerves will get the best of me. I guess as long as I'm talking about something I'm passionate about, which is health and fitness, I'll be okay. But I get a little shy. Doesn't walking too much damage meniscus? It depends on how much are we walking though. You gotta think walking doesn't put a lot of stress on your joints or anything like that. So it depends on how fast you're trying to walk, how often you're walking. I mean, you don't want to do too much of anything, right? So too much, you could drink too much water. That's not good for you. So there is a degree of you don't want to do too much, but walking is probably one of the best things you can do for your body. That's why I don't walk on the weekends. So I definitely rest on the weekends. You have to give your body some type of rest and recovery. But I don't think it will damage your knees. Can you drive? Yeah. Girl, I've been driving since I was 15 years old. So yes, I can drive. I love to drive. It's a great way to clear the mind. Oh no, I'm not a content creator. I had a video of my first boxing match years ago, but I don't remember where it is. Oh, okay. My first boxing match was in 2008. I was something like 19. Oh, I would love to see it. You got to find it, Pow Pow. I want to see what you look like boxing. Yeah, I answered you, Maria. It might be delayed, my responding. But yes, I can drive. Hi. Yeah, Pow Pow's right. Driving is kind of important here. Unless you live in like New York, places like that where they tend to take the subway and different means of transportation. For the most part, you need a car. So yeah, I've been driving. I had my learner's permit at 15 and got my actual license when I was 16. Marie, where are you from? Hi, Queen. About the itchiness, it's like an annoying signal that goes to the mind too. What do you usually do? To be honest, I just keep pushing through. I did at one point when it first happened to me when I was on the trail, I was like rubbing my legs. But for the most part, you just gotta keep pushing through. It starts to ease up after a while. Your body is good at adapting. That's one thing you have to understand when it comes to the human body. It's always going to try to catch up to what you're doing. So that's why when it comes to working out, you always got to be one step ahead so you don't plateau. Because your body is always going to try to figure out. Your body's trying to protect you. It's your friend, right? So just got to push through. It'll catch up and realize what's happening, and it'll adapt, and the itchiness will go away. In Singapore, everyone walks to places. Yeah, I can see that. Are you hungry? No, I'm not too bad. Once I get off, I am going to go drink some of my juice that I made from the weekend. It had squash, lemon, apple, pineapple, golden beets, rainbow, carrot, and I'm missing one more because it was 7. I don't know. But I'm going to drink a little bit of that, and then I got to figure out lunch. The places are close to each other in Singapore. Oh, okay, so that makes sense. You don't need a car there. That definitely makes sense. Okay, you're middleweight now. Okay, Maria, you are in the U.S. Okay. Okay. I was just curious since you asked me about driving. I didn't know if you were from somewhere else, and maybe that's why you were asking about driving. Thank you. It was thank you for joining me. See you later. Have a good day. I don't know how to say your name, so forgive me. Yeah, no, there's less cars, but Singaporeans say there's a lot of car traffic on the roads. Whew. Well, in Georgia, there's always traffic, okay? I've learned in order to have a stress-free day, you just got to leave a lot earlier, and then you'll be okay. It's when you're about to be late that you get road rage. So I'm at 47 minutes of walking. I hear you, Pow Pow. So another thing I want to talk about when it comes to fitness, when you're trying to reach your goals, Going to some of my things I want to hit today. Progressive overload. So you hear a lot of fitness people talk about progressive overload. So for those of you who are trying to reach certain goals, whether it's lose weight, gain weight, build muscle, lose fat, tone up, whatever it may be, you got more muscle mass now. So I'm talking about pow. When it comes to that, you have to change your variables. So it kind of goes into what I was saying earlier when I say your body is always trying to protect itself. When you're trying to reach certain goals, you have to change something you're doing in your workout regimen, because once your body catches up, you're not going to see the results the same way. You're going to kind of stay, as they say, plateau, right? Girl, wow, nice figure. Girl, drink a sip of water. I will after I get off. I feel fine right now, though, but I definitely, normally I have my water up here with me. I didn't bring it up here today, but I'm going to get my water in. That's also important to get your water in. Are you leaving, Maria? But when it comes to progressive overload, so this is for anybody who's like, LJ, I'm starting to plateau. I'm not seeing any results. I was able to lose this much weight and now I can't lose anymore. So you have to change something that you're doing. Okay, you're not leaving, Maria? Okay. But when it comes to progressive overload, you're gradually increasing the difficulty over time, right? So different things you can change are maybe make your exercise harder. I think one thing that would irritate me sometimes is when people would do my exercises, but they were doing the modified version, and they're like, oh, that's not even hard, or I don't even feel it. Well, it's because you're doing the modified version. So maybe if you try doing it the, I guess, harder way, you'll feel it, and it'll be a change to your body, right? So at that point, you're probably recruiting different muscle groups. You want to increase your weight. So I know a lot of people, when it comes to working out at home, we don't want to spend a lot of money on weights. So we'll just use the same weights for a long period of time. But you got to increase your weights. If you want to see a difference, you got to increase your weights. My teacher says if you drink a lot of water when you're out of breath, there's a chance of your heart can malfunction or you can faint. Is it true? If you drink I got to reread that. If you drink a lot of water when you're out of breath, there's a chance your heart can malfunction or you can faint. I have heard that you can put your body in overload because you're trying to do too much at one time. So maybe that's what they were talking about. Like, it's not good to guzzle. Just drinking water is okay. But if you're like guzzling, it's almost like you're drowning your body per se. So it can cause issues with that. I have heard that. So you don't want to guzzle a lot of water, but just drinking water, like taking a few sips. I love the way you talk. Well, thank you. I talk fast and I got a country. Sometimes people say I have a country little accent. I don't hear it, but I do know I talk fast. But yeah, with progressive overload, you got to increase your weight. You want to either change your rep set. So if you're normally doing 3 sets, go up to 4. Training volume, like your intensity, moving at a different tempo. And then decrease your amount of rest time you take. So those are all things you can do when you're working out. That if you're at a plateau, if you change one of those things I just mentioned, you'll start seeing a change. Do you have siblings? Yes. I have a twin sister, and then I have an older sister. And that's it. It's 3 of us. So, like me, what do you mean by that? What do you like? Whew. Your energy. Thank you. I try to have good energy when I get on here. So I'm at 53 minutes walking. 3 point. Okay. I'm already hit my 3 miles for the day. Turn up. Hey. Normally I don't hit the 3 mile mark till closer to the hour. So I'm at 53 minutes and we're already over 3 miles. Okay. So I do see the difference. We're walking a little faster. I don't know what that means. I'm not good at what is it, Pictionary? Whew. But today I feel pretty good. It's Tuesday. Did everybody do their taxes? Ain't today the last day? Hope you did your taxes. Oh, okay. Hey, Pop. I made a bunny. Oh, okay. I'm still here, so I was talking on my phone. No worries. I know you all may have to jump on and off, especially if you're using your cell phone. So, no worries. I'm really about to go to Planet Fitness and do the same. Are you about to, David, you about to go walk, or what are you about to do for your workout for today? Hey, now walk it out. If I didn't think I was going to fall, I would have tried to dance. If I wasn't live, I would have tried to walk it out. So what do you all prefer to do? Work out in the morning or work out in the evening? Yeah, this is wallpaper. This is not a real brick. I just like the aesthetics of it. I walked the other day. I might use. Yeah, I'm thinking about biking. I keep saying that, and yet I have not bought a bicycle. But I did want to buy a stationary bicycle because I need to tone up these thighs, and so I'm trying to do exercises or workouts that are low impact. So biking is definitely a good one. Evening, parents push me to go in the morning. Building my stamina before I put on muscle. Okay. So yeah, I looked at the pros and cons of working out in the morning versus working out in the evening. So this is what it gave to me. I would prefer working out in the morning, but sometimes I can do it all in the evening. So I did 3 benefits of working out in the morning. So morning boosts your energy. So you have the most energy in the morning sometimes, or that's normally because you haven't done anything yet. So, and because you release endorphins when you work out, normally your energy is like increased. So it's a good way to start the day. Less distractions. I know a lot of times when you try to wait to the evening to do a workout, a lot of things might happen throughout the day that may push off your workout, or sometimes it won't happen at all. So if you're able to knock it out in the morning, no distractions. And like I said, it can improve your mood. Okay, have a good one. Yep, I'll be here tomorrow at 11. So come talk to me. Thank you, David, for leaving a like. But yeah, if you got to go, I understand. I'll be back tomorrow at 11, same place. But the 3 cons of working out in the morning was that your body can just be tired from maybe what happened the night before. So your body just kind of sore and tight. Lower strength because you haven't had time to like loosen up for the day. Your strength might be lower. And you got to wake up early. So that could be a con to some people's having to wake up. Yeah. I prefer working out in the morning because of less distraction. I feel like a lot of times when I try to put it off till the end of the day, I'm tired and so much has happened. I'm just like, never mind. We'll try again tomorrow. But the pros of working out in the evening is that your body's looser. You know, you've been up and about for the day, so your body's looser. It's a good way to, it's a stress relief. So if you had a hard day at work, it's a good way to like get that off you. And then if you wait till the evening time, you give yourself time to eat. So some people like to fast before they work out. But if you're doing like strength training, especially leg day, you definitely want to make sure you get some type of carb, good energy in before you work out. So working out in the evening will allow you that time to get a good few meals in. But the cons of it is it can interfere with your sleep. There have been times where I tried working out later in the day and it was hard for me to go to sleep, especially if you do pre-workout. I normally don't do pre-workout. It's been a long time since I've done pre-workout, but it just takes time for your body to come off of it. So also fatigue gets in the way. If you wait till the evening time, like I mentioned earlier, if you wait till later on that day to work out, by that point you're probably tired and you're not going to be able to give like 100% effort. And then the gym is busier. So if you're a gym goer, you know, it's harder for a lot of people to get up in the morning. But if you go in the evening, man, it's called club gym at that point. Everybody in there. So, yeah, I like going in. I like this time frame. That's why I made this my time of working out. I didn't think a lot of people would be able to join me on live because I'm like, it's the middle of the day. But Derek, thank you. You should, Pow. Buy one and then we can walk together. You can join me and we can walk together. I just hit an hour, y'all. Woo! Ow, ow, ow. So I'm at a little over 3.5 miles. I ain't even say all that, Pow. But, whew, y'all did good today talking to me. That hour went by pretty fast. I said I was going to try to go for 4 miles, though. That's my goal for today. You know, I'm always trying to hit an hour minimum. But today I did say, when I first got on here, that I at least want to do 4 miles. So that's what I'm going to aim for. I may slow it down in a little bit. You're so funny, Pow. But yeah, I just want to give the pros and cons and see, you know, which y'all prefer as far as working out, morning or the evening. Morning definitely wins for me. Unless I've had a rough day, that's when I'll go like for a run or something. But nowadays, people crazy. You can't even go running outside anymore. So that's why I just stick to working out at home. Let's see where I'm at with distance. Okay, I'm at 3.67. I might slow it down in a little bit. I'm definitely feeling it in my quads. So yesterday, I walked yesterday evening because I wanted to walk some hills. So I have a few hills around me so I can really feel it in my glutes and my hamstrings. So walking at an incline is really good for you. Does anybody do meal prep on here, like for yourself? Do you prep for the week? So this is Jag Job. JAG. JOG. I'm gonna use my Be Your Body Goals page to write it in here. Excuse me. Yep. It's from I got mine off a TikTok shop. Okay, I'm gonna slow it down a little bit. Well, when I say a little bit, a lot of bit. I think I did pretty good. So I got 0.20. So if we were on a track, I got a little less than a lap left until I reach the 4-mile mark. I can feel my hair on my neck as I keep messing with it. I mean, you don't have to buy it off TikTok. I was just telling you that's where I bought mine. So if you don't have TikTok, you don't have to buy it from there. I'm pretty sure if you even Googled them, maybe, because I'm pretty sure people just use TikTok as a platform to sell their products. But I'm pretty sure if you went to maybe jog.com, or even if you go on Amazon, I think somebody yesterday in the chat mentioned they got on Amazon, they found some. Yeah, that was a good stroll. Now I'm walking like I'm in the park. You know, got to slow it back down. So I got it at 2.5. Yeah, today is definitely an overcast day, but it's actually a good day to be outside, especially if you're trying to work out. That way the sun's not hitting you too hard. Yeah, and plus Amazon, you'll probably get it a lot faster. TikTok shop actually wasn't too bad about getting their items out, but it's like a hit or miss. So I would definitely recommend Amazon if you want it faster. Faith, are you saying you're more fit than me? I don't know. Am I saying that? Do you think I'm more fit than you? Is that what it is? All that walking you did and you still haven't made it anywhere near my house. Right, Bruce? Golly, didn't make it nowhere. Almost 4 miles in. And I've gone nowhere fast. You're welcome, Pow Pow. Definitely check it out. But yeah, I didn't even talk to y'all about meal prep. I feel bad because I said that's something I was going to talk about today. Maybe we can talk about it. I can talk about a little bit of meal prep today. What's your record for plank time? Oh, it's been a minute since I've done tried to hold a plank. Normally when I do them in my exercise regimen, I only do them for like a minute, like as far as like in my circuit. I want to say a few years back when I actually was just trying to hold it. I don't know. Now you make me, okay, I'm going to time myself just for you. I'm going to time myself and see how long I hold a plank because I'll be making up something because I really can't remember. That was like maybe like over 5 years ago when we had like a little plank competition. So I'll be lying. What's your plank record? How long can you hold a plank for? Bruce, you're funny. Keith, I'm not doing this to get skinny. No, no, no. I gotta have some meat on my bones. You feel me? No, I like, thick. Have you ever heard thick thighs say the fries? If you ever been eating fries and they fall, the thighs gotta be able to catch them. So no, I'm not trying to lose no weight. I'm just trying to keep it toned. I'm just trying to stay active. No, That's why I'm walking. Walking doesn't really, it's not going to, for one, walking doesn't burn. It doesn't try to take away from the muscle. It's not too hard on my joints. I still do weight training. So no. I don't remember what I have for lunch. Let's figure out if I can remember my plank time. Yeah, I try to remember. What's up, Vincent? How you doing? I held a plank for 4 minutes today. I'm sure it was. Planking. Okay, I'm gonna at least see if I can do it for 4 minutes. I'm at least try 4 minutes. I haven't tried to do a plank in a while. A 1 minute plank is decent. I just do those part of my circuit. So I've never taken the time to like really see how long I can hold a plank. But now you got me interested. Later on, when I'm just watching TV, I'm gonna sit in front of the TV and try to see if I can at least hold it for 4 minutes. Well, today, how are you? I see you on your fancy treadmill today. Yes. You know I'm here every day. 11 o'clock, 11:05 or the grace period. I get on here, walk it out Monday through Friday. So y'all keep joining me, keeping me company. I love it. This has really made the time go by fast talking. The body is looking mighty right and tight for me. Trust me on that one. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad it's looking good. I appreciate it. Yeah, do planks. Don't wear those stomach. I'm not wearing this for a stomach trainer. You missed that part. I don't believe in that. I was wearing it only because my back was hurting. This has multi-purpose use, okay? The left side of my back, right up in here, was hurting just a little bit. And so before I make it worse, at least I say this is my back brace. It keeps your posture, it keeps you upright, and it keeps me from slouching. So that's the reason why I'm wearing it. I'm not wearing it as a waist trainer. I don't believe in waist training. And my waist don't need training. You hear me? What you talking about, Pow Pow? Yeah. So no, people who've been following me or who know me know that when I'm very big when it comes to core, abs or something that I've always been able to maintain. So yeah, no, I definitely don't believe in no waist trainer. That was a gimmick. They were trying to get people money by making these people think that they put these waist trainer on is really gonna do something. They can make you sweat. I know some people are putting, but all you're doing is losing water weight and it's gonna come right back. So yeah, no, all that's a gimmick. So yeah, I'm definitely not wearing this as no waist trainer. Bruce. So have any of you all walked today? And if you did, for how long? If you haven't worked out yet today, so walked or worked out, what do you plan on doing today? My goal was to do 4 miles today. What's your goal? I like your pauses when you start a sentence. It's probably me trying to slow down the way I speak. And also, instead of saying a lot, I think I'm learning to just pause. Yeah, suspense. You got it. I got to make you question and wonder. I'm trying to bring some mystery. So we did talk about the WNBA draft today. I'll let y'all know what teams I'll be watching this season. We talked about ankle weights, itchy skin, when you just start working out, when your legs start to itch. We talked about progressive overload, ways to help your workout and help you not plateau in your workout regimen. We talked about morning versus evening workouts. I wasn't able to really, let's slow it down. I wasn't really able to address meal prepping, but I did kind of want to talk about that because I do think because so many people have issues with their nutrition that meal prep is probably the easiest way to go about it. And I think some people have a misconception of what meal prepping can consist of. Um, so we'll talk about that for, that'll be the last thing I talk about. But there are different ways you can meal prep. I think most people see it as when you meal prep, you just cook all the food at the beginning of the week. And you don't necessarily have to do that. But when it comes to meal prepping, first thing you want to do, hey, Joey, thank you, I appreciate it. So you have to make sure you know what you're trying to accomplish with your fitness goals. So are you trying to lose weight, gain, build muscle? You got to know what you're doing for meal prep to make sense, right? And then you also have a prep style. And I think this is what I was talking about, where people have a misconception of what meal prep really is. Some people think you're supposed to just make all your food over the weekend and eat it throughout the week. That is one way you can do it. You can do it in bulk, where you just like make the meal and put it like in a container and take it with you. Or you can just cook in batch, where you cook a whole bunch of different ingredients and you kind of mix and match as you go. Or you can do prep ready. Prep ready is where like you don't cook the food, but you have it already pretty much set and ready to go. That way when you get home, you just kind of throw it in the oven or throw it on the stove top. So some people like their food made fresh and not just heating it up. So there's different ways you can meal prep it. Practically, you do like a TV series. You leave a sentence incomplete because we need to see the next episode, right? I should start doing that. You trying to burn memories. But you had some things happen to you in the past, you trying to forget. But when it comes to meal prepping, make sure you're picking 2 to 3 proteins, 2 to 3 veggies, and then, well, I'll say 2 veggies and then 2 carbs. For your protein, you can do like chicken breast, ground turkey meat. I mean, of course, you got your regular like beef and pork, egg, tofu, shrimp. I love seafood. Seafood is my go-to. But the seafood I like to eat is normally so high in sodium. Yes, I like a good boil. Alcohol doesn't work with that. For your carbs, you can do brown rice, sweet potatoes, or regular potatoes, oats, whole grain pasta. I mean, list goes on with carbs. But your carb is your first line energy source, but it's also a good way to just feel full. That way you're not constantly going back to the kitchen. You just gotta be mindful when it comes to your carbs. And then of course broccoli, spinach, carrots. I love me some zucchini. That is my go-to. So yeah, and then make sure you plan a prep day. If you don't do the prep ready style of prepping, then you want to choose a prep day. Like for me, Sunday is my juice day. So that's probably the day I would do everything to get ready for the week. What about steak? I love it, but I don't eat it often. Steak is actually really good, especially if you have low iron. It's a good way to get your iron up. I don't like anything that has like I don't like fatty meats. Pork chops, ribs, steak. Disgusting. Kapooey. I only eat, since I was 13 years old, I've only ate, well, first I was a full vegetarian when I was like 13. I stopped eating meat altogether. But going into the military, I was not going to make it because the way they gave meals out in basic training, I was going to perish. So then I started eating meat. So I eat ground turkey, I eat chicken, but mostly I eat a lot of fish. So that's why seafood is my go-to. Shrimp, all of that. Bruce, you are an interesting character. You know that? I love the sense of humor. Anybody that gets on here with a good sense of humor, I love it. I'm almost at 500 calories burned, supposedly. My watch says 305. Dade County, 305. No. Distance, I'm at 4.39. Okay. I met my goal for today. You had beans with carrots, celery, cherry tomatoes, and onions for lunch. For some reason, I've never been a huge fan of tomatoes. But that sounds good and healthy. Beans are a good way to get protein. And they can help you feel full. It almost, well, I'm about to say it almost sounds kind of like a soup in a way. But yeah, I'm not a tomato fan. I like ketchup, but I don't like straight up tomatoes. So tomorrow, I'll be back on here at 11. If there's anything you want me to talk about in particular, please make sure you leave it either in the chat right now so I catch it before I get off, or you can leave it underneath another video of mine. Do you do intermittent fasting? No. Why you laugh about it? No, I don't do intermittent fasting. I mean, there's been some days where I probably mistakenly did it because I just didn't eat, and but not on purpose. But no, I don't do intermittent fasting because to me it doesn't make sense. Because a lot of times when people do intermittent fasting, they don't eat for a certain amount of hours, and then as soon as they get that green light to eat, they be tearing it up. So it's like you're still eating the same amount of calories, whether you're doing it split up throughout the day or you're eating it all once you got that green light to eat. So no, I don't do it. It doesn't make sense. But I mean, intermittent fasting can be used to lose weight. I'm never against people and their styles of wanting to lose weight, what makes them comfortable. It's just making sure you do it the proper way. So if you're going to do intermittent fasting, make sure you're not trying to make up for the hours that you didn't eat. But I don't really recommend that. I just recommend eating 3 to 6 times a day, like small meals throughout the day, and making sure it makes sense of what you're eating. Make sure it has nutritional value. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Paul. So if I restaurant, yeah, yep. If you want to take me out to eat, it has to be seafood. The only thing about seafood is so light, especially like for me. If I go to Juicy Crab, just throw that out there. If I go there, and the funny thing is, I'm not even a big seafood person. I just like the seafood boils, but all I ever get is the shrimp. Once again, I know, boring. And I may eat a crab a time or two, but I don't like mussels. I don't like oysters. I think I really just like the seasoning from a seafood boil. I think I just like the seasoning because I like eating the potatoes, the corn, stuff like that. But if I love some shrimp. Crab, I don't mind eating, but I just hate working. All that work you gotta do to get a little small piece of food out. Let me take notes. How fast can the treadmill go? Hey, Christian, this treadmill can go up to 3.8. It's made for walking. So this is a walking. It's called a walking pad. So it's made to only go to 3.8. I think once you get any faster than that, like once you hit 3.9, 4.0 miles per hour, that's when you're gonna need to do like a soft little trot, a little jog. So it's only made to, get you at a good pace with walking. Where can I buy that treadmill? You can buy them anywhere. I bought this one off a TikTok shop from Jag Jog, but you can get it. You can get different like walking pads off of Amazon. You can probably just Google it, and a lot will probably pop up. The price range. This one costs $107. but the price range, the cheapest one I saw was $39. But like I've said before in past conversations about it, you might get what you pay for. I'm not sure the quality for the cheaper one because I do feel like it needs to have a good amount of weight to it. Um, so yeah, yeah, crab is ridiculous love. I don't eat meat or fish, but it's too much work for basically nothing. Vincent, I'm with you when you're right. It's a lot of work. um, so I used to have very low iron. I had to get an iron infusion. So I did say that if it ever came down to me needing to eat steak to get my health where it needed to be, that I would. But for the most part, my iron levels are pretty good right now. But like if I ever want to have a baby or something like that, and my iron was too low, I'm eating a steak. Okay, I'm gonna eat a steak. Thanks, girl. I'll get one now. You're welcome. Yeah, just try to look at all different kinds and see which one you think will work best for you. I wasn't sure when I seen this one. Shout out to my older sister. She's the reason why I started getting on the walking pad because she has one and she was walking while she would work. I was like, oh, I like that. I like that you're able to knock out working and walking at the same time. Because when I was in Florida, we would go to the park and we would walk. So I like the fact that, where I live, if the weather isn't always the best, I can still get a good workout in. Low iron. How do I explain it? So iron is like what's found in your it's from your blood. I'm trying to think of the best way to actually really explain it to where it makes it. I'm trying to simplify it. Without being too detailed for my reasons. Let me see. Ooh. So overall, iron, it says iron is a mineral that our body needs for growth and development. Your body uses iron to make hemoglobin, a protein in red blood cells. So yeah, it's basically the red blood cells in your body. And so for me, I wasn't getting enough of it. And so I had to do iron infusions. And so there's a certain number that they want your, like I think for women, they want you between 11 and 15. And mine was at an 8. Oh, okay. Got you. Vincent, what events did you do in track? I like to guess hurdles. Ah, ha, ha, you got jokes. I did do hurdles when I was younger. I used to do the heptathlon, whereas multiple events when I ran summer track and field. But in school, I did the 400 meters, so that's one lap around, and I did long jump. Yeah, it causes effect. It causes effect. It causes a lot of different issues when you have low iron. It can also start causing issues with fertility when it comes to women. You can start losing hair. You get low energy, so you're just very fatigued. Yeah, it can cause a lot of different issues. I know for me, my underneath my eyes, that's when I know my iron is pretty bad. Is because underneath my eyes start to get really, really dark. So, yep. It's like you don't realize every little thing is important. And, so I try to get my labs done as often as possible. I actually got to go get some labs done. I went to the doc. I had a doctor's appointment last week, and he said I need to go get labs done. I think he said to check my liver and kidneys. Yeah. So all my lab work came back pretty good. I had like a full, blood panel done, full body workup. But I think the only thing he said I have left to get done is the liver and the kidneys. So I said next time I'm near that area, I get the labs done. That appointment already ran like an hour. And I was like, I'll come back for that. They just have you sitting there forever. Let me know if you feel. Oh, aren't you nice, Papa? You gonna cook a steak for me? So if you all have any fitness or just health topics you want me to start talking about, once again, I get on here because I'm trying to get out my comfort zone. And I'm trying to just challenge myself to something new. So for the month of April, every day I'm going live Monday through Friday at 11 o'clock. My goal is to walk a minimum of an hour. So today I've done 88 minutes. So I'll probably stop at 90. It's probably auto correcting you, pow. That's all. But feel free to leave if there's anything in particular. I try to come up with different things I can talk about. But when you guys talk to me in the chat, I always enjoy talking to you all about whatever topics. What about magnesium? Yeah, magnesium is definitely something that's good to get in. I think magnesium is just harder because I like to get everything in the natural way. And due to the fact that I don't eat a lot of different meats, but yes, magnesium is good. Of course, you got to take everything in, portions. Like, make sure you're not overdoing it. You make it look so easy going live, that is. Well, I'm glad you all feel that way because it's a little nerve-wracking getting on here because let's just have a transparent moment, right? When you go live, you're wondering, is anybody going to get on? And so when I first started going live, I had to understand that, whether it's one person or however many people, it's okay. The whole point was for me to get on here and just get over my fear of talking live. So I'm glad it comes off easy because it's not. You always got to worry about a troll coming in and having something negative to say, but I'm learning to ignore it. And so I think that was the very first time I had a troll come on one of my lives. I think that's where I was really able to see, like, oh, I can do this. I can just ignore them. That's how easy it is. Yeah. So I think when I started realizing I could block them, it's easy just to ignore. You don't have to respond to everybody. That's when it started making this a little easier. So you're not a picky person. You eat healthy food, but you don't discriminate junk food too. God bless you. Yeah. We got this amazing life to live, and so I want to enjoy every bit of it. I don't want to spend my younger years, trying to eat so healthy that then when I get older, I'm going to look back wishing I had just enjoyed myself. So you know what? I'm enjoy every day, just in moderation, the portion control. I see nothing wrong with it. I think that's where people are mistaken, especially most trainers and coaches who try to tell you what not to do. Girl, we trying to enjoy life, or a guy. We try to enjoy life. And when I say that, I'm saying that to the trainers who are always telling people what not to eat. I get it. That you're trying to get them to reach a certain goal, and they've clearly enjoyed a lot of something to maybe get to the size that they are. But I feel like there's a balance to everything. I feel like if you just slowly take certain things out of your regimen, you'll start to see some progress. So yeah, I don't discriminate against junk food. Yeah, Vincent, you control it. And I think that's what I had to learn. I used to train a couple of celebrities, and I asked them, I'm like, how do you deal with, the negative talk? How does it not get to you? And so, of course, some of them say, you try to block it out. You try not to read everything that's in the blogs or in the news or, But for the most part, yeah, you just got to ignore it. When it comes to going live, yeah, you just got to ignore people. Let's see how Papa looks first. Faith, you so funny. Well, I've learned that trolls are going to be anywhere. And yeah, I'm actually starting to love the fact that I've only had to block one person since being on here. They were just doing too much. But for the most part, I just ignore. Like, if you'll see, sometimes I won't even read the comment out loud, depending on if I've never seen this person before in my life, because I don't know what they may say. But once I get to know you, I don't mind reading your comments out loud because I trust what you might write in the chat. But if I don't know you, I'll like mumble it first, because some people will try to get you to read some stupid stuff in the chat. They definitely try to get you. First for what? I didn't quite catch what you mean. Sorry, I'm Italian. Well, I think Faith was just joking, Pow Pow, by saying that you were saying that you love that I'm not picky and that I don't discriminate against junk food. Oh, let me see what you said. Yeah, healthy food is good for our body health, but junk food feeds our soul. So I think what you make in the comment that junk food feeds our soul, when you laughed about it, I think Faith is just saying, let's see what you look like to see if you're eating your junk food in moderations or if you're a bigger person. Yeah. I kind of caught what you were saying, Faith. Like you were making a joke about it, I feel like. It's always, it's so funny to me because, I weigh a weight. I may have said what my weight is before. But I always find it funny how anytime I want to eat something that may be on the sweet side or people would consider unhealthy, I hate when people say, should you be eating that? Considering the fact that I work out, yeah, I can eat it. That just blows my mind. People say that. Y'all think I'm supposed to eat carrots and broccoli all day, every day? Hi. But y'all, my treadmill gonna stop on me. It normally stops at 9999, and right now I'm at 9500. So in about 4 minutes, this thing is gonna try to throw me off. It's not gonna throw me off. It's gonna stop. But I want to thank you all for joining me. I'm going to get off of here. Come back and talk to me tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll be back for another hour, hour and a half. So just get on as you can. Make sure you say hey to me. Go ahead and like, subscribe, do whatever y'all do. But I enjoyed today. I'll try to come up with some other good topics for us to hit on tomorrow. Faith is here. But yeah, get on here with me tomorrow. Friday, I think for moving forward, Fridays, I'm going to for sure do my morning workouts while I do the cardio. I think I enjoy that the most. Doing the strength training on Monday and Wednesdays, those are going to be hit and miss for me. I'll just post it on my YouTube channel whenever I am going to do those. I'll make sure I post it the night before. That way, if you want to get up early with me and work out, you can. So my morning workouts are normally at 7:30. Hey, Tedrick. Actually, I don't like Waffle House, but I am going to eat once I get off of here. But nice try, Tedrick. I actually like IHOP. So anyway, you all, see you tomorrow. Thank you for joining me. It's been real.